Some of the best chefs in the world will tell you to only flip your steak once, but is that actually the best way to cook a steak? Today we find out. Check out that marbling. To control as many variables as possible, we're gonna use the same steak cut in half. And when you got steak this good, you don't even need to add oil to the pan, just use the fat, it'll melt. And to keep the experiment fair, they'll be cooked at the same time and temperature. Only difference is one will be flipped every 30 seconds and the other steak on the right will only be flipped once. As these steaks cook, you'll notice that the one on the left that is flipped over and over is cooking more evenly and has a more caramelized crust that isn't burnt. Whereas the steak on the right seems to have a burnt crust and is not cooking evenly in the center. The steak that we flipped multiple times has a much smaller gray band and is a lot more evenly cooked. The steak that we only flipped once is completely raw in the middle and has a really thick gray band. So that's why it's much better to continuously flip your steak. Send this to a steak noob that thinks they only need to flip their steak once.